Well, now, isn't that interesting? Mr. Donohue, are you deaf? Are you unable to comprehend what you read, see, hear, feel? Mother Teresa, Ms. Becksiu said herself that she doesn't believe anymore. She can't. It's hard because intelligent people usually try to, well, discern the rationality of what they see in front of them or hear. You have to take things like they say with a grain of salt. When you hear when somebody tells you there's this omnipotent magician up in the sky that magically created everything in a certain amount of days or whatever, and then you come up with all the other little stories to try to explain the earth, and you get other people to actually believe that, as opposed to telling them, well, I'm sorry, those were metaphors because we were superstitious. We like to personify things. No, you don't have to. You don't want to give up the truth. No, you saw how this could control. So you thought to yourself, wow, that's incredible. I didn't realize that I was so stupid-stitious. Or superstitious. Yeah, I know. I just play with the word because I think superstition is stupid. Now, I don't understand what you're arguing with Christopher Hitch about. He's right. Mother Teresa herself said it. She can't believe anymore. It's just too. She can't be that ignorant. It's unfortunate. And yet at the same time, she puts on this persona of this what destitute, poor wife of this Jesus figure thing. I don't know. That's the nuns told me when I was a kid. When I was a little kid, in here, fourth grade, I asked him about the ignorance that I saw, the goofy metaphors and mythology, like when, for instance, my dad was a pretty bad alcoholic. He used to fucking beat the shit out of me. And so, in catechism, yeah, I went to Catholic schools, hurrah. In catechism class, they bring up this thing about Jesus coming upon the wine in Canaan, and the master of the house says, "Oh, we're out of wine. We don't have any more wine to celebrate my daughter's wedding," and blah blah blah. Please help. And Jesus supposedly turns water into wine for him, and gives, yeah, this is supposed to be. I asked, None. I said, hey, if Jesus is supposed to be the Son of God, wouldn't he know that alcohol, wine is like poison? It's not good for you. My mom tells me it's like poison. It's not good for you. Why wouldn't he know that? Would he really give wine? I was being honest. I asked the question. I was in public schools within about 3 months after that. He said it started going downhill. Not only did they not answer my question, I got punished for questioning. My daddy didn't like that. Don't touch my son. Anyway, yeah, the Catholics are full of that crap anyway. This is not a surprise at all. That Mother Teresa turns out to be not only a thief, but she builds these hospices, the AIDS hospice. She didn't do that. That's a bunch of lies if I ever heard it. God. She does not have anything to do with AIDS. The lady was a freak. She was a control freak, a taker, who was given the reins of something that she thought made her divine in her own eyes, apparently. That she feels she knew how this divinity felt and how to live this person's supposed life and blah, blah, blah. And, the religious leaders come up with all kinds of crap, to say things and do things to get people to, join their little cadres. The religion is they're all cults, basically. Because without the existence of the deity they worship, then, that in itself, like this Hexu, she admits herself, that the God thing is untrue, and then they try to beatify her, and even the husband of the of the of the of the lady that supposedly she healed said no, doctors did that. So and people, what I don't understand is the non-Catholics that actually, and the non-religious people. There are actually agnostics and such out there that actually revere her and respect her. I don't get that. They still have this freaky notion that if you're religious, you're good. Religion, good. Seems to, it's in their heads, nobody else's. Because when I hear the word religion, I think suppression, oppression, indoctrination, and everything that comes with cults. Theft, extortion. They'll take your money from you. They'll tell you, like right here in Portland, we had a church called the Church of Christ, where finally a judge got his smart and thought, well, geez, man, look at all the kids that are dying. They had like 20 kids in the last 10 years died for non-medical, for reasons that all they had to do was go, like a little infection or something, an ear infection or whatever, a throat infection or something, that all they needed was a little medical care and it would have been fine, just fine. But instead, these people have this fucking notion about the power of prayer. And no matter how many times it fails, they keep trying to do it. And it's all about control. Even the Teresa bitch. And Pendula, thanks you guys. I like the narration too, thanks you guys. But Chris Hansen is one of my favorite people in the world. Chris, go get him, dude. He has, he's so much, he's at such a higher level than this Donohue dude, who is just stuck in his delusion so badly, he can't even admit that the people that are accusing the church are Catholics. It's not the media. It's not people from outside the church. It's Catholics. And the only part that really irritates me is that he's still president of this league and that he is still in a position of any kind of power when he won't even admit what the Pope's finally admitted, that there's sin, there's trouble in the Catholic Church. It's all a farce anyway, and they've just ruined pile upon pile upon pile of degradation and decadence. And I just don't get it. People still follow this crap. If the Pope steps foot in my city, he's going to be arrested. Along with anybody from this, whatever it was, missions to charity. Oh boy, they got to go. That's my answer. Not the best. Talkative. The point is, if you keep thinking you got a superhero in the sky, you're always going to get hung up on shit like this. Okay? Later. Thanks, Chris.